What's up, everyone? Colin Beckford here from Scales. Tonight I am here with Remy, Patrick, and Mark, and we are all going to go through our top five favorite X Division freestyles of 2019. So each of us will reveal our fifth, and then each of us will go through our fourth, and then so on from there, all the way to number one. So to start, I will talk about my number five favorite of the year, and that has to go to Shigehiro Yamada's winning JN 5A routine. To my knowledge, he is kind of a newer player on the 5A scene, at least at a top level, but he really impressed me with his tricks. He kind of reminds me of a variant of Takeshi in some way. He puts his some sort of different spin on a lot of his tricks, though, and I really enjoy what he does. And I have a feeling he is going to be winning a lot more contests in the future, so I'm excited to see what he does.
All right, so my fifth place X Division freestyle from 2019 was actually Takuma Yamamoto's 2A from JN. He won the contest and also did the same freestyle at Worlds and used it to win Worlds as well. And yeah, the freestyle is just incredible. Really technical 2A tricks and yeah, very impressive to watch. So really liked Takuma Yamamoto's freestyle this year.
Yeah, my fifth place X-Div freestyle for this year was Tyler Shea's winning U.S. Nationals freestyle in 2A. I think it's very interesting because he's kind of like a newer person on the scene in terms of competitive 2A, and he kind of came through and just won all of a sudden. There's a lot of controversy about the way he just won, and I think it brings attention to 2A, and it helps to grow 2A as a sport in general.
So I think my fifth favorite X Division freestyle from this year would have to be Mizuki Takimoto's winning JN freestyle. It was the first time he won JN, and it was a super clean, elegant 3A freestyle with a lot of new tricks, some older tricks, but just well presented, all round really strong technical combos, and I really enjoyed it.
On to my pick for number four. I've got Takuma Yamamoto's Central Japan 2A freestyle. Takuma is easily my favorite 2A player, and although 2A is my worst division by far, I can really admire the tricks he does. He is such a technical player. He really blows out the rest of his competition in that regard. And it's pretty inspiring to me, honestly, because his approach is full on technical, not very performance oriented at all, but he still is able to win contests like this, and I love to see it.
Yeah, so my fourth place X Division freestyle was Tomoya's 3A from Worlds this year. Yeah, I really like this freestyle, mostly because it was the first time I had ever seen Tomoya perform a freestyle live. And yeah, it was just as impressive as I thought it would be, and he's definitely one of my favorite 3A players. So it was really cool to watch and sort of a sentimental moment for me.
My fourth place, or my fourth X-Div freestyle, was Philip White's 2019 Nationals 4A freestyle. He did not win this contest, but he's a two-time national champion, and he is known for his extremely creative tricks. I thought this freestyle was so impressive, and even though he went a little sloppy, it was definitely my favorite of almost the entire contest.
So my fourth favorite X Division freestyle from this year would have to be Takumi Hakamada's JN semifinal. I thought this was really cool because it was very banger heavy. Uh, the start was super queued up. It was all, it was pretty amazing to watch, just high impact. And I think a lot of the time, uh, Hakamada doesn't really go very clean, but this was a circumstance where he did go really clean, so I really enjoyed watching it.
My number three has to go to Sora Ishikawa's Japan Nationals 5A routine. This freestyle is super interesting to me because Sora was coming off of a world title from the year beforehand, and he took a very different approach for this freestyle. He showed off a lot of outside of the box 5A tricks, and the stuff he did on stage just really inspired me, not only in 5A, but also really pouring over into other divisions like 3A, opening up a lot of possibilities for different trick types. So I thought it was a super dope freestyle.
My pick for number three X Division freestyles was John Wolf's 5A Nationals win this year. Yeah, I think John is like one of my favorite 5A players right now, and it was super awesome to see him take home the title again. And yeah, this freestyle in particular I thought was really cool. He used sort of a more low key song, and I thought it really matched his tricks really well. So it was a really impressive freestyle for me.
My third placing X-Div freestyle for the year is the same as Collins. It's the Soares 5A Japan Nationals freestyle. He got third at this contest. He's a longtime veteran of 5A. Um, and I think this freestyle is very interesting because he does debut a lot of new types of tricks. And you can tell he's really like stepping out of his zone and trying to uh, innovate 5A, which is something that we don't see very often. So props to him, and it was very impressive and just like great freestyle.
So my third favorite X Division freestyle from this year has to be Hajime's world winning 3A performance. I watched this live and I was just blown away with all of the new content, and especially because he competes every year and he only does worlds, seeing him come back with all these new tricks is just unbelievable. Especially the horizontal combo at the end. I was just completely losing it. So it has to go to Hajime.
Yeah, and for me as well, I would have to agree. So my number 2 is Hajime's World's 3A Freestyle. Great routine. I don't really do that much 3A anymore, but I can tell when a 3A player really steps up their trick set, and Hajime did just that, just like every other year, really. What's some highlights of this freestyle are that he started out the routine with a 40-second combo with all new tricks, which is something that people in 1A aren't even doing. And as Remy said, his horizontal was also a highlight, but I think his main real factor this year was his music cueing. The song he used and the tricks he did to it just really made it feel so official, and nobody really had a freestyle better than that to me that day from that perspective.
Yeah, second place for me is also Hajime's 3A from Worlds, for pretty much all the same reasons that Colin said. Yeah, really insane routine, super impressive to watch. Everything about it was just really awesome. And yeah, totally loved all of his crazy music cues and the song just in general.
Yeah, my second place is also the same as Patrick's and Collins. It's Hajime's World's 3A performance. I think that he's just so dominant at this time. Tomoya was giving him a run for his money for a while, but he really just stepped up. I think that something that they didn't mention is the fact that he has really mastered this asymmetric style of 3A, which he really demonstrated in this freestyle. It goes to show that a lot of these X divisions still have a lot of room for improvement.
I am breaking the mold. My second favorite X Division freestyle from this year is Ryo Oishi's first place Japan Junior freestyle. He did this freestyle at Japan Nationals and got second place with it, but he did it again at Japan Juniors and went, I think, flawless, maybe -1 or -2, but it's just an unbelievably well presented freestyle. It's very almost calming to watch. He uses this cool song and has a lot of funny stage gestures, and it just comes together really well. And seeing him hit all those tricks so clean is pretty remarkable.
For my number 1 X Division freestyle from this year, it has to go to Hajime Miura's World's 4A routine. Just completely insane. He did a full solo hem freestyle showcasing new tricks. It had the whole room captivated, and I just love it. He's definitely my favorite yo-yo player. Always breaking boundaries.
Yeah, Hajime's 4A was also my favorite from this year. Probably my favorite freestyle from this year, X Division or 1A. Yeah, just incredibly impressive. The loudest I've ever cheered for a yo-yo routine. Yeah, there were no 4A routines on my list because just 4A is not impressive to me anymore unless it's Hajime. So
Yeah, my number 1 freestyle of the year is also Hajime's World's 4A. I think that it's undoubtedly the best freestyle of the year. Just so innovative on so many perspectives. Yeah, yeah, there's just not much you can say about it. I mean, a lot of people would also consider it the best freestyle of the decade as well.
I'm in agreement with you guys. Hajime's has to be the number 1 spot. It was just amazing, and seeing him go so clean with, I mean, entirely new combos, stuff we haven't seen in this division that people only do as like the second half of Foray, and seeing him kind of take that and make it the main thing was really amazing.
Totally. So as you can see there, we all kind of agreed that Hajime just kind of won the X Division game this year. Um, Overall, those are our picks for top 5 favorite X Division freestyles of the year. Let us know who you thought had your favorite freestyles in the comments below. Check out our other videos, and thanks for watching this one.